Okay, great.
Yep.
So yeah, my name is Nima. I'm a hotelier living on the island of Grenada in the Caribbean. So I'm quite a ways away from you now, but I used to live in San Diego, was brought up there. Um, Here in Grenada, we own 2 hotels, my family. Each has about 50 rooms. One is a beachfront resort, the other is a budget hotel. I've lived here for 23 years. I'm actually talking to you right now from inside of one of those properties. We recently moved over into the hotel technology space, which is why I'm here presenting to you. We've developed a customized hotel chatbot that can go on any site, and we'll get into those details. And the idea is to engage website visitors and encourage them to book direct with the hotel. Back in 2019, our little budget property paid $42,000 worth of commissions to Expedia, Booking.com, and the rest, what we call the OTAs or online travel agents. For us, that figure represented 20% of the total booking value that they would send our way. And these days, that percentage has gotten even more as a result of people willing to pay just to get guests into their hotel. So while this was a big problem at the time, I think it is not as much a problem now because frankly, hotels, some of them are quite desperate and they're on a survival mode. So the problem has slightly changed, but the booking process has not. And this is where I started my research. I tried to figure out how people actually, make their bookings. And I think we're familiar with this. We all start out on Google and find our way eventually to Expedia and Booking.com. And the research shows that we visit an average of 38 sites, both hotel sites as well as review sites like TripAdvisor, before we make our final decision. And the irony of it is that the majority of us go right back to Expedia to actually finish that booking. And what I learned was that there were people visiting our site and we could possibly keep them there and give them a reason to stay instead of going back. And that's really when I started to think, what if there were a way to keep those guests? And I decided to install a live chat widget on our site that I could monitor. And sure enough, when I did, it was like connecting a spigot to a water line. It was like gushing with guests asking all sorts of questions about rates and availability. And I would have never known it had it not been for this chat capability. The problem was that I just couldn't handle all those chats by myself. And they would come at different times of the day and night. And my staff wouldn't always be able to answer quick enough. So the visitor on the website would just leave. It was like I discovered this new sales channel, but I just couldn't handle the volume. And I had to figure out how I could do that. And that's really the foundations of where GuestChat came from. I think you've seen on many sites the idea of a chat bot. We try to call ourselves a booking bot, and you'll see shortly why, but think of it like a front desk receptionist who's always there on the website, ready to offer rates and answer questions and actually make reservations. And it can be added to any website with 2 lines of code. And what it did for us was save us a significant amount of time answering the same old questions. And if you can imagine, that is a little bit more of the problem that people are having today, because hotels are short in staff and they can't necessarily do all these things. And so to be able to actually hand off to a live agent when that person shows real interest and actually increase sales, that was our big let's say selling point or pain point that we're solving. And here's how it looks like on our site. You can see there's a little widget that sits there, and it can open up by clicking, or it will automatically open up. It'll say, I'm your virtual assistant. I can help with rates and availability. How can I help? And you'll see you just put in your dates of arrival and departure, and very, very few clicks. I would say here we've probably had a total of 5 clicks. You're able to get rates and room availability for our property. And you can see it has occupancy, details about room amenities. It'll give you the price. And once you click on the button, it's as simple as putting your name, address, and then just going to the payments, and that's it. Now, here's the back end. I would like to spend more time showing you this, but just because of the time, I'll do this after the presentation if people have questions. But for us, here are some numbers to look at. This was for January through March of 2021 for our budget property. We just reopened after our first lockdown. And you can see we had 2,700 approximate visitors, 10% interacted with the bot. Half of those people asked for rates, and 9 bookings came through at an average booking value of $425. And we made during those 3 months, $3,825 through this chatbot. And if you break that down into a per month basis, that's about $1,275. Our asking price is $99 a month. We believe that we can actually do this for other hotels, and it's a good return on investment. We believe if we can do it for enough hotels, we will become millionaires, or at least the 1 millionaire. And our goal is 850 subscribers, and we believe we can do that in about 4 to 5 years. Just to give you an idea of our target market, we are looking at the independent hotel market in the United States and Canada, as well as in the Caribbean. That's about 25,000 hotels. They are 3-star, 4-star economy through upscale properties, average daily rate of about 150 and up, I would say. And to give you an idea, we are not the first to market. There are several other companies all over the world that are ahead of us by 3 to 5 years. Ask Suite in Brazil has over 1,400 hotels, and Quick Text out of France has 2,000 hotels. And they're mainly focused in Europe, South America, but they're now moving into North America just as we're starting. And our key differentiator is that we are hoteliers. We eat, drink, and sleep hotels. We live in a hotel, and we bring that practical experience to the table. Our hope is that we can find some hotels who would be willing to try our product and give us some feedback. And that, in a nutshell, is what we're about.